But someone who is unencumbered with that is my son. He's a lovely boy, right? He's cerebral, he's sweet, a very early talker. His first word was mama. Of course it was. His mum had been training him from birth to say the word mama in order to win an argument I didn't know we were having. Right. To be fair to her, I had been coaching him in secret the entire time to say the word pathetic. Because I thought that'd be quite funny. Like, how good would that be if the first thing he ever said was when she went, mama, mama, mama. And he looked up and went, pathetic. I thought she'd get a laugh out of that. And he's a lovely guy. He's called, his name is Boutros, and it's not really called Boutros, but thank you, the 80% of you who didn't laugh just in case. I call him Boutros when I'm on stage in order to anonymise him, and because when he's a teenager, if he sort of interacts, he sees my work online, on telly or something, then if he's aggrieved, if he's pissed off, I've been talking about him this whole time, I can just say, no, you had an older brother who died. So you've got to appreciate the elegance of the system. Sweet little guy, and he is every inch the Bristolian child. There is not a stitch of clothing on him that isn't a rainbow sequin. And if he grows up to be heterosexual, it's going to break his poor mother's heart. I'm telling you that now. I will still love him. But he has, weirdly, he's very empathic, right? He's very sensitive. And he has this swimming teacher, right? A very muscular Spanish guy called Jose, with a beard, very broad, muscle-bound guy. And my son insists on misgendering Jose. I say to him, how was swimming? And he's like, yeah, it was a good one. She was good. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's a he. And he goes, no, he's a she. And he gets really angry with me. So one of two things is going on, both of them equally brilliant. Either, in 2021, today's 5-year-olds just recognise innately that gender is a construct, it's all meaningless, and it doesn't matter at all. Or my son can smell true gender. Like one of those cancer dogs, do you know what I mean? If he lies down in front of you, you've got to ask yourself some pretty penetrating questions. I say to him, I'm pretty sure Jose's a dude. He's like, well, maybe now, but she's got a long journey ahead of her. Okay? I told him I'd get him a treat, right? So I was at the supermarket and I promised I'd bring a little something back for him. And you do need to be careful about the cultural artefacts you put into your kids' heads. So, like, he loves the Mr. Men. Him and his sister, they love the Mr. Men. I don't know if you've revisited the Mr. Men stories recently, but my God, the male Mr. Men, the Mr. Men, the male ones, they're all called names based on physical prowess and dynamism. They drive the story forward. They're all called Mr. Noisy, Mr. Strong, Mr. Rush, even Bump and Tickle. There's something going on. Do you know what I mean? Not necessarily something very savoury, but they have agency. Whereas the lady Mr. Men, the little miss, the little misses, they're all called these incredibly diminutive, patronising names. They're all called Little Miss Bossy, Little Miss Splendid, Little Miss Passive and Fat. And I don't know why we put up with it. It's astonishing. So you've got to be careful about the decisions you make. And I'm standing in the supermarket. I'm standing in Big Tesco. Other sizes of Tesco are available. And on one side of the magazine rack, there is a copy of Lego Batman, right? It's Lego Batman. On the other side, there's My Little Pony magazine. Now, I want him to want this, but I know that he wants this, right? I'm fine with that. It's just that I want him to be into Batman, because I was into Batman as a kid. I still quite like Batman. And I just want him, for some reason, I want him to grow up like I did, like Batman, vengeful and furious and alone for some reason. I don't know. But it's like my inner landscape. I think like a lot of men, the inner landscape of my life is like, I'm Batman. Every problem in my life is like a crisis only I can solve. I must never ask for help, and I must get a special car. Right? That's the inner landscape. Whereas his inner landscape is the world of My Little Pony. So everything in his imagination, his view of the world is this sort of lurid, candy floss, hyper-sexualized in a way that he can't really comprehend. Like a kind of quivering bubblegum fuck horse. And so... The characters in my world, the Batman world, they've got names like Harvey Dent, the Joker, Two-Face, Penguin, all of that stuff. The characters in his mind have got names like Princess Celestia, Twilight Sparkle, Twinkle Pips, Cloud Gush, Glitteris. Obviously I'm making some of them up, but not all of them. And so I panicked and I made the wrong decision. I got him the Batman comic and I took it home and he was crestfallen but polite. And I was like, oh, sorry, and I got the wrong thing. Until he looked through and he said, oh, no, this is great, Daddy, look, there's a Lego Batgirl comic strip. And I was like, wow, he loves Batgirl. So I said, why don't we play Lego Batgirl? And he was like, yeah, great. And I said, okay, fantastic. You be Batgirl, I'll be Batman. Right, I pointed at you then. You be Batgirl. You're up for it. Well into it. You be Batgirl, I'll be Batman. And he went, no, Daddy, I'll be Batgirl, you be Wonder Woman, and you have to call me Sis. Okay? Cool. I'm down with that. Sure. So I said, okay, Sis. I think there's a giant robot attacking the city. It must be something to do with Lex Luthor. Let's do a team up. And he says, no, Sis, it's our day off. We're just going to relax. So we did. We built a sofa fort with the cushions. And I said, this is the Batcave. And he said, no, it was a salon. And he let me have Bat Salon. So it worked.